So what's more tiring, camming, a session camming, or doing a scene in an erotic film?
It's hard to say what's more tiring, whether it's doing a scene in a movie or doing a cam show like I did just now. I'd have to say they're both pretty tiring. But in this particular scene that I just did, I was just doing a solo scene, which means I was just kind of doing myself and interacting with the people in the chat room. But when you're doing a sex scene, like in an adult video, you're also dealing with other energy, like you're having sex with another person, so that's also tiring because you're giving someone's energy, and you're taking in their energy also, whereas I'm just typing in the cam on the webcam. I mean, there are webcam shows where you're interacting with other people too, where you're also having sex with someone else. But in this one, I was just doing myself, so that was tiring, but I was also really hungry. So I was really tired today, but I had fun.
Were you like a little confused when you were camming tonight? You seem like you were confused. You're like, wait a minute, are people actually watching me? Or is there a counter on this thing? I mean, like how many people are like, how do I figure this thing out kind of thing?
So because I am a little bit new in this whole camming world, I did get a little confused tonight. That's why, if you notice, I stopped and left the room. So sorry about that, guys. But because I was confused, because I wasn't sure. At first I thought that it was fake cam room, and it was just for show. And then when I got naked and my butt's up in the air and stuff, I'm like, wait a minute, do I need to be doing this? Or am I just totally butt naked with my legs spread for no reason? I didn't know what was going on, so I kind of pulled back a little bit. But now I know that there are real people out there, so now I'm glad that I was naked.
Cool. And do you think is this an interesting transition for you? I mean, you've been doing adult for a long time in features, and is camming somewhat of an interesting transition, because I know how much kind of techie sort of things there are to know, the ins and outs, and how to maximize your profits, and Snapchat, and there's all these ways to promote, and are you kind of...
Am I supposed to throw that in my answer?
Basically you're saying coming from an adult film, it's a bit of a transition. Camming is relatively new, and all of a sudden I'm responsible to do my own promotion, to promote on my, a lot of
guys. Yeah. Instead of the production company.
Of course, and you have to do your own promotion. You have to basically figure out the ways to monetize. It's your job to keep guys in the room longer, to spend their tokens. You actually
Oh, got it. Okay.
There's all these different things. I mean, you show up normally, you get a check, you contract, you perform, you're out.
Got it.
So there's something, that was very simplistic and basic, and now it's wait a minute, I get to keep all my own.
Can I bring up my old contract company?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Okay. So just coming into the camming world new, I'm realizing that I'm more involved in it, on the tech side, as you say, right? I'm chatting and interacting more with the people on the outside, whereas opposed to on set, on an adult movie set, I'm just kind of dealing with another actor or other actresses, other actors, and we're just kind of being in front of the camera, and we're doing our own thing, and we're involved in each other, and no other outside people. Whereas in camming, we're dealing with the outside world and fans, and we're interacting and we're engaging. But in porn, we're engaging with each other. Talent only, and the set is only with crew, and the director, the crew, other talent, everything like that. So this time I'm talking to the outside, so that's different, and I'm keeping up with conversation and engaging and keeping up their interest and asking for tokens and stuff like that. Also responsible for my own social media and promotion. Was that me?
No, that's right. Okay, we'll figure it out.
Oh my God.
The last thing, and then it's good. I've heard it said that I know, me too. Doing adult is taxing on your body and can be physically draining. But there's something about camming that it seems like it's mentally exhausting.
Okay. Wait. Okay. Yeah.
mentally exhausting versus physically challenging? I mean, like, you know, take your pick. I mean, it seems like one is one way and the other one's the other way. Take me wherever you want.
Like doing the adult films can be very exhausting physically because, like I said, you're acting and you're very active with, like I said, another person. You're having sex, and that's like an active thing. I mean, in my personal life, my sex life at home is more like 10, 12, 15 minutes in and out. You know, we're good. Maybe a few times a day. But in the movies, it's like you're going for hours on end because we're getting angles, we're getting lighting, we're getting maybe some dialogue in there and camera angles, all kinds of stuff. So it's like a drawn out sexual act, and it can go on for 3 to 4 hours. That's why I really give it to the guys, because they have to do their thing for so long, and we just have to look pretty, you know. I'm just kidding. It's very tiring physically in that aspect, but camming is exhausting also because mentally, because you have to keep up the entertainment, more mental with people, and you're typing and you're having conversation, engaging with so many different personalities and walks of lives, and answering questions, and you have to think about like what they're saying to you, and just, you know, being yourself and having fun with everybody. But you are dealing with real people on the outside, so that can be tiring too.
Awesome. Oh,
Is that
done.
okay? Oh
It
my
was
god,
terrific.
you can cut it to where it like flows.
You're doing a whole interview tomorrow. I may use like one little soundbite from it. I just wanted to capture you while you were still exhausted and fresh out, because tomorrow I have a feeling your interview is going to be prior to camming.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you'll be all
Like
made
fresh
up.
out of makeup.
Made up
Wait,
and fresh, and like there's something about getting you both ways prior to and then after, like when you freshly count. That's why I didn't want to like just get you like all pepped up.
Right.
And I couldn't ask you, like it would feel weird and unnatural to ask you about tonight's camming, tomorrow. Yeah, you're like, oh, well, yeah, I don't remember what I thought. You know, there we go.
Cool.
So good. We're good. That's a wrap.
Okay. Cutting.